Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. On today's episode of Homemade with Yum, we're going to be making fudgy brownies. This is one of my absolute favorite desserts and I've been making it for years and years now, and everyone who eats it always asks me for the recipe. Now this isn't my recipe, I found it on marthastore.com, but I've made a couple tweaks over the years and that's the version I'm going to be sharing today. Okay, so let's get started on the batter. The first thing we're going to do is melt the butter and the chocolate. I'm using a double boiler, which is a heat-proof bowl set over a pan of simmering water. You want to make sure the water is not touching the bowl. You can also do this in a microwave, but be careful not to burn the chocolate. The best way to avoid doing that would be to put it in only for 20 to 30 seconds at a time. And make sure your microwave is set in a low power. You'll also need to take it out every 20 to 30 seconds and stir it. Even on the double boiler, we have to make sure to keep stirring it, otherwise the bottom can burn. So let's remove it off the heat. If there are small chunks of unmelted chocolate, that's fine, it's not going to affect your final product. Let's set our melted chocolate aside and let it cool slightly. In the meantime, we're going to mix our dry ingredients together. Let's set that aside and come back to our chocolate and butter mixture. We're going to add our sugar in and mix to combine. Then we're going to add our eggs one at a time, whisking between each addition. Once you've done that, add in your flour mixture and combine everything together. Make sure to stop mixing when you can no longer see any streaks of flour left. It's important that you don't keep mixing because it can make your brownies tough. I've got an 8-inch square baking pan here that I've buttered and lined with parchment paper. The parchment paper is necessary here because using just butter and flour like you would do for a cake can cause it to stick. I've preheated my oven for about 10 minutes and we're going to bake the brownies for about 40 to 50 minutes. At about 35 minutes, I did a toothpick test, but my toothpick came out with wet batter on it, so I left it in the oven for 10 more minutes. At 45 minutes, I tested it again and it was perfect. Your toothpick will come out with a few breadcrumbs, but that's okay. And if you touch it in the middle, it might feel slightly underbaked. But don't leave it any longer because it will harden as it cools. So we're gonna let our brownies cool down completely before we can cut them. I've sliced them into 20 pieces, but you can make them bigger or smaller. It's completely up to you. A good tip is to have a wet tissue or towel nearby so you can wipe your knife occasionally. This will help you get clean cuts. And that's it! You can serve your brownies with some chocolate ganache on top, chocolate syrup, or even just some powdered sugar. But I think they're perfect just as they are, so that's how I'll be eating them. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you enjoy it. And we hope you make these brownies. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments below. Finally, make sure to like our video and subscribe to our channel. It's completely free and it would help us out a lot. See you in another video. Until then, bye!